Hi guys, my name is Yash. I'm ACBA Certified Business Analyst, and today we'll be continuing with our 85th question of our BA interview series. So let's begin. So this is a question. This is basically a counter question, which was of a previous question about the challenging situation I faced during my business development manager experience at Hubcode IT Services. And this is a follow-up question that the interviewer might ask. So that's why I've just kind of presented it here. So as you can see, interviewer would ask, what exactly did you contribute in that situation? So I'll just explain what was the previous question all about. It was about challenging situation I faced uh, during my time as a BDM in Hubcode IT Services. So I explained that we had a client and he was initially very interested in the deal, the project. Everything was going well, but eventually the client stopped responding. So what I did was I went back, instead of just calling the client back again and again, I revisited the requirements, I revisited the discussions we had with the client, and I analyzed it. From that analysis, I understood that we were, we as a company were more focused on selling features rather than understanding the client's business pain points or the client's operational pain points. So so what we did is I had a workshop with the delivery and the design team, and we redesigned the pitch. We made sure that we pitched the client well this time and with a proper clarity on the business needs and the operational pain points that the client was looking for. And eventually, client was ready to make the deal again, and it was ready to re-engage with us. So that was the exact reply which I gave for the question of the tough challenges that I faced during as a BDM, right? So this is a counter question. What exactly did you contribute in the situation? So like I said, I took the initiative to revisit the client requirements and reevaluate our early discussions internally. I coordinated with the delivery and design teams to identify whether the disconnect was happening, and I realized that our messaging was too feature focused instead of addressing the client's actual business concerns. From there, I helped restructure the pitch, rewrote the parts of client communication, and collaborated with the media team to create a simplified walkthrough that directly mapped the solution to client's business need. It was a actually sophisticated way to say that. I've just, you know, um, kind of presented it with it in a different way, but you can say it in simple terms that I took the initiative to revisit the client's requirement and reevaluate our earlier discussions internally, and eventually I had a workshop with our delivery and design teams where we identified where the disconnect was happening, and we realized that our messaging was too feature focused instead of addressing the client's actual business concern. So from there, I helped restructure the pitch, rewrote the parts of client communication, and collaborated with the media team to create a simplified walkthrough that directly mapped the solution to client's business need. So this is a counter question answer which I have prepared, and I hope you understand how I'm trying to present it, because that is very important as a BA, aspiring BA who is giving interviews, right? I and as you can see, I'm giving interviews with a certain amount of experience of a BDM. So obviously, when they ask me such questions, I answer it strategically in a way that it also reflects the similarities in the BDM and the BA role. Because as a BA, you also do the same thing because you have workshop with your stakeholders. you have discussions with clients, and you might have some situations where the client might not respond, and you might have to analyze that why they are not responding, and analyze the previous requirements and understand maybe from your side you might have some pitfalls. So to address those pitfalls and to understand those concerns, you might have to revisit the requirements, might have to have discussions with the teams who are concerned with a certain project, and you have to again demodify the pitch, rewrite the parts of the communication with the clients, and make sure that the client is satisfied with your approach. Because at the end of the day, I think your business, you are contributing in a way for business value, right? So you have to think in that perspective as a BA or as a BDM. So yeah, that was my answer, and I hope you learned something from this. Thank you so much for watching.